And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to Waifu Views.
Another beautiful Sunday.
Sorry, I'm just looking. We got a man today.
Right?
Shit.
So that was our producer, everybody. Shout out to Hater Cam, as Aisha calls him. And happy belated birthday again. We didn't get to talk about it. We thank you. We appreciate you for all of the hard work you do behind the scenes for this show. Mm-hmm. But we're going to get into it. So we're Waifu Views, your favorite female-led podcast, giving you everything blurred with a side of waifu. I am Ebony_Moonbeam. And as always, I'm here with these two beautiful ladies.
So, Asia Morgan on Facebook. Anywhere else, you will find me at sunkissed_waifu.
And I am a jar of honey, like a jar of honey, only sweeter. You can find me at a jar of honey on all platforms.
I love it. Every time you say it, I love it.
That damn tagline, man, gets me every time. But before we get into it, because we definitely have a very fun show today, be sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything to the Blurred Cartel on all social media platforms. That is what we produce our show through, and a bunch of other great shows. Also, follow Blurred Official on YouTube and check out blurred.com, because we are also under the Blurred umbrella. They have everything from merch, articles, cosplay posts, the works. So today we're going to be talking about video game adaptations. And though there's been an increasing number of video games adaptations recently, a lot of them have a tendency to unfortunately fail. But there are a few couple of successes, and I would personally say this would be one of them. And we're going to be talking today about Nier Automata version 1-1A. So you can find it on Crunchyroll and a couple of other different sites, but I know most people watch everything on Crunchy these days, unless you're one of those Zorro people. I know you're out there. But so before we get into it, ladies, just in general, what did we think about it? Because I know this panel is full of gamers. As gamers watching a gaming adaptation, what did we think?
It wasn't my cup of tea. I tried wholeheartedly to give it its fair chance. I even put it in English to try and follow it better. I just couldn't get attached to it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I couldn't like just dive into it and become attached to any characters. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're
fine.
It was a no. I tried. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
I kind of agree a little bit. It was a very slow burn in the beginning for me. It didn't pick up until like maybe episode 7 or 8. So I'm like half and half on it. It was decent. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I can respect that. So the animation is based off of a video game, a very popular RPG game, and the story takes place in year 11954 AD Earth, and it's been taken over by extraterrestrials, and has now been overrun by an army of sentient machine life forms. Mm-hmm. The remaining humans have retreated to the moon, and a company called Yorha, which is an elite android force that has been developed to reclaim Earth. We see the story unfold through the perspectives of 3 different androids, 2B, 9S, and 2A, as they spend their days fighting the 14th Machine War on Earth and exploring what's left of it. as the show continues on, you soon learn that the situation on Earth isn't exactly as black and white as things appear. So, this is this is one of the main characters, and I'm sure you've seen her before, even if you haven't played the game. Her name is 2B, and I'm definitely cosplaying her one day. I'm just
Me too.
throwing
I mean,
that
that would be
out
cool.
there because she looks great. We have another main character, which is the male. Well, This is A2, and she is. I don't really want to tell y'all who she is because I think that's gonna be somewhat of a spoiler. But she is also another android in this show, and then we also have this is 9S, and he
Hmm.
is they're like protagonists. They have some sort of connection, and you're going to see their connection progress and grow throughout the show. And
Hmm.
yeah, I agree with you guys. It was definitely a slow burn for me. I didn't hate the animation, but I wouldn't say I was wowed by it either.
Yeah, I can agree
Uh,
with that.
but the soundtrack was really good. I do know that the soundtrack was identical to the game,
Yeah.
and I thought that that was a great thing. Hey, so I enjoyed that much about it, and I like sci-fi stuff. So I was like, I definitely want to stick with it because I want to know more.
Hmm.
And they have definitely pushed me to go out and play the game because I personally haven't played this game, but it always looked interesting. So this show definitely makes me want to um, play it and experience it in the original format.
Is it rough to say that I would probably enjoy the game more without the show
I think
because
you
it's more
absolutely would.
interactive?
Yeah, I like the game better than the show.
So I saw mixed reviews on people that played the game, and some loved the adaptation, and others were just like, "Man." I read that the creator of Nier, when he was approached by the company to animate the story,
Hmm.
he said that he did not want them to do an exact adaptation of the game because when they created the storyline, it was created to be a game and not something done like this. And I think that
Hmm.
one of the issues that we see when it comes to video games crossing over into stuff like movies or anime is that there's like sometimes 18,000 hours worth of gameplay that's building this story. You know, you're
Hmm.
not getting the backstory right off rip. You're not getting the heavy character stuff. You know what I mean? In such a short amount of time. And I think that sometimes, especially shows like this, games like this that are very sci-fi type driven, so you need to know terms and
Hmm.
understand how like the inner workings of the systems and stuff like that. I think it can get very convoluted.
Yeah.
BMT was right though. Play the
I
game,
missed
then
what he
watch
said.
it.
I heard that as well. Play the game and then watch it. Me, I'm a sucker for video game adaptations though. Ones that I have played and others that I haven't. They're my personal guilty pleasure. I like way more video games than I probably should. Video game movies than I probably should, honestly. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun later on when we do our video game blind ranking
Oh
because
God.
that's gonna be hard for me because I like a lot of them.
I feel the anxiety just building now. Rankings never go well.
The game makes you make choices and lore. So to be fair, it would have taken them 6 seasons to cover it all. Yes, and I think that's why they put version 1-1A because there's about I think I read that there was 20 plus different endings to this game. So you
Jesus.
have to play it continuously to experience all the different routes that it
Each
takes.
one.
It's definitely giving Fate series
Yeah.
But maybe they should have reached out to Ufotable and asked them how they did that successfully, uh, because they would have had a better showing. But the reviews on Crunchyroll are actually pretty positive for this. Unfortunately, I think it lost traction
Hmm.
because they had to go on two different breaks due to COVID issues over there and
Yeah.
stuff. So I actually proposed this anime, probably months ago, because I think it came out in
Mhm.
of February of this season. But they kept having breaks, so they just finally finished the series. So I think it was good that we waited so we could actually binge it,
Right.
and instead of it being as slow of a burn as it could have been.
Because I'm not gonna
What
lie, if I had to wait a week for
Right.
each episode, I'd be hot.
it probably would have got dropped or lost in the sauce. It would have been one of those things that's like, okay, I've caught up in all of my current anime for the week and I need something still to watch before I go to sleep kind of thing. So
Yeah.
so do we like the so we saw a picture. There is a picture that we have that is a comparison of the visuals from the game to the anime. And I gotta say that it's pretty
That's pretty
spot
spot
on.
on. Yeah.
They said that they did it. They tried to stay really true to it, and I think they did a good job when it comes to that. The animation, though, it switches in between like 2D and 3D,
Yeah.
which is not always. I still don't know why anime does that.
I wasn't a
Uh,
fan of it when they did it in the Black Clover movie.
I wasn't a fan when they did it in Golden Kamuy. Like, have y'all seen the bear in Golden Kamuy? If you have not, just Google Golden Kamuy bear, and you will completely understand how ridiculous it is. It's so wonky.
But
But I don't judge show. The music is very deep and Fate's Stay. Yeah, but breathtaking. I agree. Um, dang, I lost my train of thought.
thank you, BMT.
Right. Problematic. No, I'm just kidding. You know I love you. Uh, so the design was cool. So you said you played the game, Shar.
Mhm.
Um, is there a direction that you feel like the show could have taken that to make you enjoy it as much as you enjoy the game?
Um, I don't think so. I think it could have picked up a lot sooner. Like explaining it was like all nice and everything, but it had to like happen way ahead of time. Like there should
Mm-hmm.
have been more like action and the info was just so slow to come out and everything. So
It
it
did come like piece by piece every
yeah.
episode. I
So
do recommend anybody that does want to check it out to also watch the after credits. They do a thing
oh
similar to
yeah.
Black Clover and stuff like that. And they use puppets, so it's actually really cute. But
Mhm.
they give you more information in some of those that they just couldn't fit in the episode that does play a role in the overall story. So I recommend you watch that little 1 minute jam. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Um, what do we think about the fight scenes? The fight scenes I thought looked nice. They looked like a video game to me.
Yeah. I think the fight scenes were pretty like okay as far as like an anime goes, but they're not like the top you're gonna see, but they were pretty decent for
Yeah.
sure.
Again, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I'm still like on the fence with that.
I feel like this is going to be one of those things that I hope gets a second season so I can learn more, or if I just sit back and read more of the lore behind it, I could appreciate it more because I was enjoying it, but the way I typically binge, I expected to get through it a lot faster for 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Like I can kill that in one sitting and multitasking.
Right.
Like and that
Me
wasn't
to
the case with this
days.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, I went through it in like about two and a half days, broken up because I would take breaks, not necessarily because I was bored or anything, but just things catching my eye, and I'm like, oh, what's happening over here?
mm. That's
So
not necessarily a good thing, but yeah.
it's not. It's really not.
Ooh.
Um, so we have some that now the character design I really like, but it's not it's not based just on the anime. It's based off of the game. So I don't think you can really give them that credit because all they did was keep the source material. How in the future ain't no damn black cyborgs? Let me tell you something. Yeah, they don't have black cyborgs, but they had like a whole android religious cult
That
happening there.
yeah, that was something.
That was wild.
Mm-mm.
That
I
caught me off guard. I was like, whoa.
I liked it when she walked into that like where they were all joined together and she walked in and they're like preaching to each other. I thought that was
No,
so funny.
no, that was crazy. But what was crazier was before we meet the characters Adam and Eve, where we see the androids like having sex. Well, not sorry, not the androids, they're machines.
The
And
machine.
so there's a difference in this show, guys, between androids and machines. Androids look more human like us. Come on, I know y'all have watched Dragon Ball and stuff. Y'all know what androids look like. And then the machines literally look like little tin men people and stuff. And there's different versions of them. I think we have a photo somewhere, but they look like little tin people. And they were like on the ground on top, like they were like doing this to kiss and doing that. And it was so weird. But it does lead to them being not them per se, but them in a way creating like a humanoid machine being that like spawns from something. It's
That
it
was
was
weird. Machines with feelings was weird. I could.
it was a lot. It definitely was a lot for the short amount of time. You know, we've seen things that have done expertly well, like Arcane, Castlevania is chef's kiss, pure. That is peak fiction in my opinion. Cyberpunk Edge Runners
Mm.
did a great number. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, all of these are on Netflix. So clearly, Netflix is the only people that know how to properly adapt video games into anime.
Yo, I can't.
Okay, seriously. You just go out of your way looking for Nier hentai. Honestly, though, they are hot characters, and I am
It's because I
I
don't like
definitely
hair.
ship to 2B and 9S. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely on the team, and anybody that wants to couple cosplay one day, I'm here for it.
That's the goal.
That is absolutely the goal, you know. But then you also have really crappy adaptions like Persona 5,
Oh yeah.
and you don't really get much worse than that in game to anime, which I always think is crazy because games and anime are so close. Like games and live action, I can understand because certain things just don't cross over well in the real world. But in anime, you have so many avenues. So I'm surprised that we see so many poor versions of it. Um, honestly, if they came out with a season two, would you give it another shot? Because I think we're all kind of like here.
I might. I might give it another episode or two. If it can't pick up by then, I give up.
I would. Um More so because I think the story and premise is so interesting. I do want to know more of what happens.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. That's where I am. Like the animation is enough to sustain me, but the story and I don't mind slow burns because it gives me time to decide how I think things are gonna go, and then sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm just completely blown away, and so that's why I didn't have a problem with this. If I had to rate it out of 10, right now for me, honestly, I could give it a 7 because I want to I enjoyed it enough to give it a 7. What about you guys? I know Aisha's like 3.572. Because y'all love y'all decimal points.
Oh, I guess we could end on a higher note, so I'll go and let Shar go after me because I'm sure she's gonna rate it higher than I would. Because, like you said, um, it wasn't a complete dud for me. It was.
Mhm.
I'm not into sci-fi like that, so it was already like going against the grain for me.
Okay.
So I'll give it 5.5. It was decent, but I just wouldn't because of how slow.
I think that's good for someone that doesn't like sci-fi in general, because this whole thing is it's like Skynet on steroids, in my opinion, in a lot of ways.
That's
So
a good analogy because that's exactly what it felt like. I'm like, this is an anime version of Terminator.
kind of sort of in
Terminator
different.
meets Wally or something like that. Like it was but yeah, I give it a
Yeah.
5.5.
Okay.
Um, I, I was going to give it a 7, but I, I think I'll stick with a 7. It has room to grow, but it was decent.
Yeah. Uh yeah, it's yeah, guys, it's not cyberpunk. So
Yeah, there you go.
it's
It's not.
so don't go in expecting that, but I think that if you enjoyed the game, you can sit there and appreciate parts of it for what it was and hope for more. And I do think that probably the delays probably played a part in the direction that they had to take,
Mm-hmm.
because they probably got to a point where we were like, okay, we kind of need to finish up this season while we still can, but in between stuff. And the writer's strike all over the world isn't helping, but then
Not
there's
at
still
all.
major issues that are coming from the pandemic. Um, so I've been trying the past couple of years, probably since the pandemic, to give shows grace
Okay.
to a degree, because like the animators and stuff were overworked even before they had to do it during a pandemic. You know what I mean? And um, there's just so much going on. I actually just read that, which I would love to tap into one day soon, is that E3 this year was canceled again, and it is now officially canceled for next year as well. And so they have not had an in-person E3 since 2019, I think it said. And then they only had one since then that had you said it is a lace blindfold. I'm done.
Oh, BMT with the shenanigans.
You can always count on BMT to give us great commentary through these things. But yeah, so I brought that up just because there's so many things that are still being affected, writers wise and game wise, due to the pandemic. So I think that 7 is a good number for me. So,
Okay.
but we don't really have to spend too much time on this. That, like we said, there's only one season, and the story just progresses from there's it's so hard to explain, actually.
Yeah.
When I think about it, it's hard to break down how the story unfolds. It starts off with what is considered somewhat like a prologue, but then it but remember, these people are androids and stuff, so they can die and come back to life. And it appears that 2B has retained some sort of memories and emotions and stuff, but some of the other characters have not, and which we've seen in stuff like sci-fi before. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't say the trope is played out, but it's there and it works for the story to build bigger connections with other characters. And they're helping out the resistance, which is on Earth, and all the humans are up on the moon and stuff, living in a life of luxury as far as we know. And they're trying to defeat all the machines, and because there's a difference between the hostile machines, but some of the hostile machines have been acting abnormally and have decided to be, as we say, nice and do things like fornicate. And fornicate is such a, oh, that is a cringy word, my friend. I cannot believe I used that one.
It was accurate though, because
It's accurate, but and it's strange because you're seeing them pick up human traits, though they're trying to destroy humanity. But then there's other ones that are trying to bring back humanity, but still they cut off things like emotions and stuff, which truly make you human. So you're gonna see the progression. Things are gonna get weird here and there. It's like we said, it's a slow burn, and but try it out. Try it out for yourself. You may watch it and love it. You may watch it and hate it, or you'll give it a 7 and say, let's see what happens next time. And hopefully it'll make you just want to try and play the game, because as our resident game star over here, when it comes to Nier, Nier, she says it's good. It's worth playing.
Definitely.
So, have you finished the game completely?
No, never did.
She's like, absolutely not. Not even one. Not even one route. She's like, nah.
Mm-mm.
No.
Is it because it's difficult, or is it because there's other games that have just piqued your interest?
There's other games that definitely piqued my interest more. Because it came out in
That.
like 2017,
Mm-hmm.
a while ago, and there was a lot coming out then. So,
Yeah.
Okay, can't be mad at that.
I can't be mad at that either. I appreciate that, actually. I love the honesty. Okay, so as because we decided to watch this because there is always a very interesting conversation about video game adaptations and other forms of media, in particular live action movies. So we have stuff like the Resident Evil movies, Doom, Mortal Kombat, Assassin's Creed. If
Tomb
if
Raider.
it's made a crap ton of money, the Mario show. If it's made a crap ton of money, they have most likely created a live action version of it to try and capitalize on that. And so we are actually going to be blind ranking some of these, and we decided we had to cut the. We definitely had to choose a shorter anime because our blind rankings take forever. Because
Because
they're
it's
really
chaotic,
hard.
it's
They're
drama.
always really hard.
It's
And
stressful.
so you never want your favorite to end up at like 8
right.
and your worst favorite to end up at 1. So our wonderful handy dandy producer back there is going to be dropping a bunch of random live action adaptations of video games, and we're going to put them in order of where we want them, and we're also going to discuss why we put them there and how we feel about the adaptation and if we thought it could be better or worse or that sort of thing. So let's get to it. Hold on, I need my pen and paper because y'all know I always lose
Sure.
track of
Notepad.
where I always lose track of where I put people. Oh no. Okay, I'm glad this is the first one though. So this is Tomb
Tomb
Raider.
Raider. Laura Croft. Oh.
One, two,
The
three.
graphics back then were so horrible.
Yo, those like little monster things in the cave that started like the gargoyles that like chased her out the thing. That was some horrible animation. For even for that year, it was bad animation. But Angelina Jolie, in my opinion, Never misses.
I can
And
put that number 3 for me.
ooh, I love Tomb Raider, but I don't know if I love it more than some other ones. I think I would put Tomb Raider. Damn.
Hey,
Oh, feel free to go, Shy.
no, we got I'm trying to think.
Okay, someone said Tomb Raider live action was but the graphics was trash. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I'm
Mhm.
thinking I could put it up at 5, but then you got to think like there's stuff like
We gotta remember there are probably more awful
Then good.
adaptations than there are good ones.
for you guys. But remember, I told you that is my guilty pleasure. I'm a stand
That's
for
true.
some of these movies. I'm a sucker for a good bad movie. I think I'm gonna put Tomb Raider at 6 just to be safe.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe I should put it at a 5. No, I'm gonna put it at 5.
See, that's where I'm putting it. Okay, I'm
The
gonna put
safe
it right in the
zone.
middle, right? And I want it to be after seeing uh Angelina Jolie do this. I want it to be her. I wanted little bungee ropes in my living room to jump up to.
Okay.
I wanted all of that. So she's
The
five.
the shorts with the harness bottom
Yeah,
man.
that
You know
combo.
what? I'm gonna do her one day for during Halloween. Just cause I always wanted to do her. Like she was so cool. And her dad was John Voight. Like that man is a legend. And her actual father. But yeah,
Right.
like oh my gosh, what was his name? What's his name that played Bond all those years?
Which one? Because there's a couple
Brother,
The
that
most
played.
recent one. The most recent Bond.
Craig.
Yes, him. What's his name? Daniel
Daniel
Craig. There we
Craig.
go.
Yeah, I was like, I know it's a
Yeah,
Daniel
he's in
somewhere.
this movie. He's like her lover in this movie. Like, the bad guy in this movie. He's hot. He was a hot. He was hot. Yeah, I liked him. He was. I'm such a sucker for bad boys. I got to get it together. That's why I'm single now. That's why I'm single now.
Listen, we are not about to play with you today.
right.
I'm gonna be good. Okay, so you put where did you put it at 3,
I put
Age, and
3.
then we put it at 5. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
on to the next.
Ooh,
Oh, I totally forgot about Silent Hill.
ooh.
I gotta think about how much I like those movies. I'm one of those people that when they come on, like I watch them just because they're on, like I like them like that. But I don't know. Like when was the last time I said I need to watch a good movie? Let me go pull up Silent Hill.
No, crazy thing is, we were looking for it recently. Like, we were gonna have a movie night. I was like, "Ooh, Silent Hill," just for Triangle Head dude by
Oh yeah,
himself.
Pyramid Head. Yeah,
Yes.
and some of the cosplays that I see of that is insane.
That's what I was gonna say. The cosplays that come from this, amazing. I don't know if I like it as a movie though.
I don't think I'm willing to put it high. No, not even think. I know for a fact I'm not willing to put it higher than Tomb Raider, and that says a lot because I'm a horror lover. But that's not going higher than Tomb Raider. I think I'm gonna put Silent Hill at 7.
Oh, I'm scared what our options are. So, do I want to go 4 or do I want to go 5? Um,
I think they did a solid job with Silent Hill with the game live action. I believe the live action could have been more grittier, and that was my issue. And if you had never played I like video game movies that if you've never played the game, you can still appreciate the movie for what it is. And I felt like there was a lack of information on the actual storyline of the game in the movie. In my opinion, I didn't feel like they did a good job of storytelling. So like half of the movie, you don't even know what the hell is going on.
okay, 5 it is.
I put it at 6.
I was debating if I should move it to 6 instead of 7, but I'm gonna leave it at 7. Let's see what's up next. Shit.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, this is at like the bottom. That could have been that's 9 or 10 easy in my opinion. Look at Asia's face. She's like, ew.
Really?
I no. Like there was I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna say it. They were just way too white.
If we're gonna be real about
They were
it.
just way too white. So no matter how good this movie was, I couldn't look past it. The only movie that gets that type of pass from me is the Ten Commandments because I've been watching it every Easter since I was born. So that's the only movie that gets that pass. Whitewashing in America is real.
Absolutely.
So,
Eh,
oh, what could be worse? I'm trying to think. What could be worse than Prince of Persia, y'all? Because I don't want to put that at 10.
I'm putting it at 10.
I'm putting that too. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I can do 10. I just was trying to think what's out there that's worse.
It's one thing to just have a bad movie or bad acting. It was bad casting. Like from the jump, it didn't have a chance.
The storyline was wonky. Like it was really weird. It was hard. It was weird to follow. Like honest, let me tell you something. Honestly, up until right now, I'm not even 100% sure I knew when I watched this movie that it was a video game.
You probably didn't. Probably not.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, because no.
It just came across like a really bad movie. Like a why did y'all do this? Who told y'all to make this?
And it got the
Don't
Disney stamp on it.
right, of course, because hey, let's not talk about Lion King because that was my memory on Facebook today.
Oh,
Oh, Resident Evil.
Um,
The first one has a special place in my heart, man.
if we're only focused on the first one, then it goes higher up on the list. As a whole, like saga or whatever, I was so disappointed by the end.
I would say for ranking purposes, like we can talk about the saga as a whole, but for your number ranking, go based off of the individual movie because some of the movies on here don't have other movies to add or lower its number.
mm,
All right. So for Resident Evil, I'll put it at 4.
The games are good. The movies be hit or miss. 6 out of 10. Resident Evil is definitely higher than that. It's in my it's above Tomb Raider for me. I still have it on DVD because I still own a DVD player.
Aww.
It's actually connected to a VH. I have one that's like half VHS, half
a
DVD.
double decker.
So I keep it so I can still whip it out. I keep it in good shape. I dust it off and everything. But I'm such a cornball. Anyways, I think Resident Evil could go 3 or 4 for me. Do I like Resident Evil more or less than Tomb Raider? I definitely. I'm positive I've watched Resident Evil more, but that could just be because I am a horror fan
Could be.
over Tomb Raider. I gotta keep thinking.
I'm gonna put it at a 7. To be honest with you, a 7.
You
Okay.
put it under. You like this less than Silent Hill?
Well, because I can't put it above because I put Tomb Raider right above it, so 7 was kind of the only. I feel like
Um,
feel like there's at least four that might be on this list that I think are better. So it has to go to 7.
That's why I put that space between 5 and 7 because I just knew I was like, if I put Silent Hill there, I'm gonna have to put something under it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let me think. Video games. Okay, I'm gonna put Resident Evil. I think I'm gonna put it for my. It's gonna be 3 or 4. We can go to the next. I'm processing. Um, it's like sitting literally in between. I'm like, it's not gonna be 1 or 2, and I'm not gonna put it lower. I'm not gonna put it lower than Tomb Raider. You know what? I'll just put it at 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed.
Not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this movie, but there was a lot of plot holes in this movie.
Sit.
But this man
Not
is
this
still my
man.
Magneto.
Oh
Like,
Lord.
I could put Assassin's Creed at 6,
That's where I'm putting
probably.
it.
Trash. See, and I didn't. I had played Assassin's Creed maybe like all of 5 times before I watched the movie, so I didn't really have the gameplay to tell me if I liked it or not. The games are fuego. The movie is I. Give me the
Oh.
number.
Tell us how you really
Maze, you've
feel,
been giving us all
BNC.
your numbers. Where are you putting it out of 10? See, everybody loves the games. But do you guys go into watching video game movies and expect a box office hit, or do you go in with the understanding that this is a video game movie and take it for what it is? Does it depend on what movie it is, like what game
Yes.
it's based off of?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm simply. It would have to be based off the game. Um. Because I mean, let's be honest. If we put Mario and Assassin's Creed up at the same time, Mario's gonna blow it out the water.
Hmm.
So I feel like it
Yeah.
depends on the game. This one, it didn't stand out for me. It was just
You know
okay.
what? I only have 1 and 3 left. I'm gonna move Assassin's Creed to 8 instead of 6.
That's where I have it.
Yeah, because when I looked at that, I was like, wait, that means I only have 3 good ones, and I can think of 3 off the top of my head that I like better than
Definitely.
everything on this list. So,
My middle ground is
um,
basically taken up.
Street Fighter.
Jason.
Sharwin.
I I love Jean Claude. Like this this version, not the 2004 version. This is the 94 version. I was young and impressionable.
Not impressionable.
Yeah, Street Fighter. I'm gonna have to hurt your feelings. Street Fighter is low for me. It is very low for me. It really could have took that 8 spot. It should. I
It
should
could
have. I just should have just put Assassin's Creed at 6 and Street Fighter at 8 because I do not like Street Fighter.
I it's not see liking it isn't the thing. I didn't really like it. I didn't like either one, this one or the 2004. But it's like a what is it? A cult classic.
Yeah.
So for that, I enjoy it.
See, that's how I feel about the Super Mario Brothers movie. For me, it's a cult classic. And so if that's on here, it's going higher than people expected it to go.
Where my cup?
Street Fighter, nah, 8 for 10. Yeah, it's my number 9.
My
So
number
where'd
8.
y'all put it? Your number 8, and Shark, tell us where you put it.
Only because I didn't fill my spots. It has to go to the so it's 4.
Where would you have put it if you had other
I
spots?
would have probably switched out I would have moved a lot. So it would have probably been 8 for Assassin's Creed. I would have moved Silent Hill up, and then I would have put Resident Evil in Silent Hill's place. So I would have had to did a lot.
Oh, okay.
She has some shuffling to do.
Yeah,
John Claude still is that dude. You're so right.
that's true. It was just John Clark.
See,
That's
I just like him in some of his other stuff, like not Rollerball, Thunderball. What is it called? Something Ball. I really like him in it. Hitman, Hitman. You know what, Cam? Of all the video game movies, why Hitman? Shit. Do
I
I
never
really have to put Hitman at fucking 6? I would have preferred Street Fighter at 6.
see. I never watched this.
7.
I watched it. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it
Acting
didn't
was
wow me
cheesy.
either.
Well, it's at 9 for me.
Well, it's at 6 for me, so I hope all the rest are good because see, I love a ball guy. Yeah, but you know what? We already got what's his name from Transformer for that. We don't need that.
The
See,
games.
that's the problem. The games are usually solid. It's the adaptations that kill
Yeah.
it.
So see Doom okay. Doom is one of my favorite video game adaptations of all time.
Yes.
I play it nonstop. I play it way more than I should.
Mhm.
I have 1, 2, and 9 left open.
I have
Shit, I only got 1, 2, and 3, so.
two.
So for me, Doom got a lot of flack when it first came out, and I'm gonna tell you, this is early Rock days, so this was when The Rock was actually acting, and it's true. This is when he was actually acting, and this was like still young Carl Urban. So this was before the Chronicles of Riddick and all that stuff. And I felt like it came out before its time. I
Mm.
think that if they would have done this movie even in like the later 2000s, like 20, let's say like 2015 or something like that, I think it would have done so much better because when this movie came out, it was one of the first times we saw a movie give us a first person shooting perspective.
Yeah.
And people, especially people that did not play games, could not understand that. And then I still think that there was some things that people that only played it on a system did not take away from this movie. I first started playing Doom on the
Mhm.
PC the year it came out.
Yep.
So Doom has a special place in my heart for games. It introduced me to like horror type, quarantine type movies and games, and it is high. Like I, it's definitely in my top 3 anyway. But it's just the placement.
Mm. What's your take, Shar?
I feel pretty much the exact same way. Um, um, let's see
Doom,
here.
if they did it later on, it would have been better. But at the time, I think you would have had to been a Doom fan to actually enjoy the movie. Exactly. Mm,
If there's 3 spots open, I know for a fact the one I really do like better be in it.
it
Um,
better be. And I feel like we have the same one, but we'll see.
I'm going to, just because I don't know what the next one, the second one, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna put it at 2. I'm gonna put Doom at 2.
Okay.
See,
2 isn't. I don't think it
it's
deserves
but
my
it's
number
but
9 spot.
what do you have left?
1, 2, and 9.
1, 2, and 9. It definitely doesn't deserve a 9 spot.
I know.
So I guess you got to give it to 2 and hope that something great like Mortal Kombat shows up.
There you go.
Fine. 2 it is.
And I think I'm gonna put it at. Oh well, damn! I didn't even give mine background man, but it's okay because Mortal Kombat is probably number 1.
If that's our next one,
Um,
for sure. Ooh,
no, it's up there. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put Doom at 2 or 3.
he's not gonna include the Mario movie, is he?
If he does, it's not going to be the new one because it's not live action.
You're right.
So
Okay,
it would be
never
the
mind.
Super
We're good.
Mario Brothers movie if he includes it.
Oh, then that's definitely not my top spot. So Mortal Kombat at number one.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's number 1 for me.
Absolute
Like
fact.
all day.
Listen,
I stand by it. Like even the new movie, I was like, it's a video game movie. Leave it alone. I was like,
exactly.
it's still the shit.
Yes, all of that.
Cue Mortal theme back song. Oh yeah, 2. Just off of
Mortal
mm,
Kombat.
That's my
dun, dun,
jam.
dun, dun, dun. Man, we should have had that. Hey, can you get that for us? Can we close out with the Mortal Kombat theme song? That's probably copyrighted though.
Yeah,
More than likely.
most definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll probably get a ding from YouTube, and we don't want that.
we
So,
really don't.
so Mortal Kombat's 1, 1, and 2, right?
One,
One, one,
one,
two.
two. Who has two?
You did you put it at 2, right? Where'd you put
Mortal
it?
Kombat, I put at one.
He's one.
Oh, 1. Oh, so we all got 1. So
Yeah.
I have number 3 left,
Me too.
and then you have
Number
9.
9. Number 9.
Let's see what comes up next.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad.
Whatever.
Can we do another one if we haven't seen the movie? Because I do not think I've seen House of the Dead.
I haven't seen House of the Dead or Hitman.
Do we have any more in the back? Can we replace House of the Dead and who did Aisha, did you see it, man?
It's been a minute, but
Like I
yeah.
said, I think I'd only seen it once or twice. If we have 2 more back there, we can take those two, we can replace the number wherever you have Hitman and number 3. Well, whatever number you have left. If we have something in the back.
Our producer hard at work.
House of the Dead. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know where to place it. I played the games and yeah, I've never seen the movie. I didn't even know there was a movie for that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Does that count as does that count as live action? Well, yeah, there's real people in it,
It's live
so
action.
it is live action.
Why that picture out of all of them?
Because he's trolling us. That's exactly what he's doing. But that can take my Hitman spot. Sonic's
That's
gonna
number
take my
9.
Hitman spot. It doesn't have to. It can take your Hitman.
Hitman's at number 7. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. I'm saving my 3 for whatever he pulls next because I'm not giving this adaptation my number 3 spot. Ain't no way. So going in front is one more video game movie. I don't care what. Well, she's gonna be like, I got you. You're gonna find the worst video game movie on the face of the planet. Yeah,
Oh,
so
you almost took me out
that's
with that
taking my Hitman spot, which was 6. Which
picture.
honestly is probably it's where it would have had to go anyway because
No.
Hitman came up before my Silent Hill and
I haven't
Assassin's
even
Creed
seen
and
Dead
Prince
or
of
Alive.
Persia. I've
It's
never seen Dead or Alive either.
It was horrific.
So either way, somebody's getting number 9 spot. So it's Sonic or them. I don't care who is who.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, if I gotta take this one, then Sonic will go to 3 because I've never seen Dead or Alive. I don't feel comfortable putting that there.
Okay, so Sonic is now number 7.
Someone said I think they hid this movie. Okay, see Max Payne, fine. He'll be 3. I don't care at
All
this
right.
point.
That works.
I like Wahlberg.
Exactly. It does look like, a sus movie for sure.
Oh yeah, like that looked like soft porn just from the photo.
Absolutely.
That's what it looked like to me. So World of Warcraft. Yeah, and
That was
and
really
we
good
just
one.
got what was the movie that Mila Jovovich did that wasn't Resident Evil. It was Monsters something. It just came out like in the past like 4 years.
Monster Hunters?
Yes, I expected that to be on here,
Yeah.
which I didn't hate. I didn't like it as much as the Resident Evil movies, but I did like um the special effects.
Right.
Okay.
So
With that
everybody, let's go through
tally,
and tell everybody where their lists ended.
I
You
can
can
go
go
first.
first,
I don't
Ish.
mind. All right. So
Here.
for the blind ranking, I had Mortal Kombat at 1, Doom 2, Tomb Raider made third. The first Resident Evil was number 4. Silent Hill was 5. Assassin's Creed. Sonic is 7. Street Fighter at 8. Max Payne at 9. And then The Fraud of Persia at number 10.
All right. Mine was one was Mortal Kombat, two was Doom, three was Sonic, four was Street Fighter, five was Tomb Raider, six Silent Hill, seven Resident Evil, eight Assassin's Creed, nine Max Payne, and 10 Prince of Persia.
Every time, man. Every time.
You know?
One was Mortal Kombat. Two was Doom. I should have put Resident Evil as three. Damn it. So
Oh, did we get
three
the
is
trailer?
three is Sonic. Four is Resident Evil. Five is Tomb Raider. Six is Max Payne. Seven is Silent Hill. Eight is Assassin's Creed. Nine is Street Fighter. And 10 is Prince of Persia. And that is our blind ranking.
Where do you hide when they're everywhere?
Okay.
What do you do when there's no way out? How do you kill
Straight to
what's
sci-fi?
already dead? Any way you can.
Like I said, I'm this quick. It all started a few days ago.
Doesn't this bother any of you? We're on the island where the party of the year is supposed to be happening, but it's completely deserted.
Well, they sure as hell did not go to 7-Eleven to get more booze.
Can't hear anything.
Neither do I. Run! Run! There must be some kind of scientific explanation for this.
It's not human. It's like it's been mutated.
So, what now?
We send them back to hell.
I love trailers from back in the day. I'm watching this right when we get off this damn show.
Oh no.
Is that you, Matt?
Now, the only way to make it back alive is to send them all
That's a Matrix action.
back to the House of the Dead.
I've been waiting for you for a long time.
How have I never seen that trailer? How have I never even seen any of that?
I know his tongue didn't go where I think it did.
Huh?
I know his tongue didn't go where I think it did.
It did.
That was a lot.
That was a lot, but
It does make you feel like a kid again, though. Like that's Friday night pizza.
When every movie
that
had
was
the same
throwback.
trailer, dude. Oh,
the
See, we need to closer to Halloween. We definitely need to do some horror movies and stuff, and this one should. If we don't watch it, and by then we should watch it just for that episode, because I have literally never seen that trailer ever, and that is tripping me out. I wonder what was the rating on that. I must know.
God, please. It wasn't good. I can tell you, it probably wasn't good.
I must know. That's crazy.
Especially a lot
but
of us didn't even see it. Yeah, no.
I do think I did like just like how they used to do trailers back then.
Yeah.
Like the Mr. Movie Phone, and then
Oh
it
yeah,
gets the action and stuff. Yeah, man, that came out in 2003.
No.
That came out the same. You know, I know how I missed it because the only movie that mattered to me that year was Freddy versus Jason.
Mm.
I can tell you
that
that
makes
right
sense.
now. Um, the
Yeah,
movie
that's a
rating
whole
was
20 years old. That is 2 decades old.
hmm
And none of us have really heard of it.
and none of us have ever seen it. That is wild. It on IMDb, it has a 2.1 out of 10, and that's with almost 40,000 people rating it. It don't get
Only
much
people are
lower than that.
innocent.
It don't get much lower than that.
How about no? Yeah, I will not be watching.
I'm glad that I
My
didn't have
movie
to
phone
put
kicks
that
in your
anywhere
list.
on my list at all.
Right.
Because a 2.1 Prince of Persia did better than a 2.1.
Save your link. No.
And 4 movies in the blurred Discord, which no one uses. Oh, say less. Thank you, overall 99. We appreciate you. Everybody join the blurred
Mhm.
Discord. So that was our traumatic video game blind ranking. At the end of the year, we will be giving you a compilation of all our best/worst blind rankings, which is every blind ranking we've ever done on this show. But yeah, so if you don't forget to try and check out Nier Automata version 1-1A, it's on Crunchyroll. It's 12 episodes, and also check out the game. It's supposedly pretty good. And keep hope. Oh, show why you looking at me?
Because you out here trying to share links to videos I don't want to see, sir. But hey, go off.
Be sure to give video game movies grace. There's a lot of good bad ones out there, as we discussed, but there's also a lot of bad ones, as you saw in that trailer. So, so that's all we have for you tonight, and we want to thank everybody for joining us. You already know to like, share, and subscribe at the Blurred Cartel on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, the works. Also, check out blurred.com. That is the umbrella that we are under. They have everything from articles, merch, the works, and Blurred Official on YouTube. Also, we now have a Facebook page. It is called Waifu Views. Please follow the Facebook page. We would greatly appreciate it. We're going to be giving you more content coming soon. Right now, our shows are on there and our personal bios to where you can find all of us and all the little things that we do and the things that kind of make us blurred and I guess at least semi qualify us to do this show. So, everybody, let them know where they can find you and what you got going on. Let's start with Miss Honey Shar.
I'm Honey Shar. I go by a Shar of Honey on all platforms. That's all the T's: Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I'm also on Instagram and any other thing at a Shar of Honey. You could find me either I'm gonna start gaming, I'm gonna start doing all that stuff. I'm just like procrastinating. But yeah, you can follow me and see what I got going on.
Oh, that's like every
You
time.
sounds like Slay.
Yes, like we are here for all of it. But as
Mm-hmm.
far as Facebook goes, you can find me under Aisha Morgan. For Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, anything else, it would be sunkissed_waifu.
And I am Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam on TikTok. And you can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam Cosplay on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch. And Yeah, I've been tired, so I haven't been doing any cosplays, but I am a cosplayer, so I'll be bringing you some when I can. I promise. And yeah, follow us. Say what's up when you can, and thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you again on Sunday at the same time in the same place. Love you.
Bye.